Before every good workout, you need to get ready. You need to prep. You need to warm up. That's what this one is. We are going to get ready. So let's begin. Most of this is going to be on the floor. Let's begin lying on your back, please. We'll start with some dead bug breathing. Now, in this program, we will have a video just specifically all about this, about improving your breathing and thus function of, well, not just your diaphragm, but your core and everything associated with it. But begin on your back. Yeah, pretty easy, right? You're just getting warmed up anyway. Let's start right here. You feel the low back. You can tilt your pelvis, tuck your pelvis back a little bit, feel the low back against the floor. Pick up your legs. You want your knees over your hips. Knees maybe a little wider than your feet. And your arms up and around, and I'll show you another view of this. So you find that good contact between your back, all the way from the back of your head, top of your spine, all the way down to your tailbone. And that's it. So you should feel contraction here, engagement here. You should feel your entire back against the floor. And we'll just stay here for about 30, 45 seconds. So as you can see, I'll show you another view. My arms are a little bit rounded. My knees are wider than my feet. And when you breathe in, think about the ribs expanding to the side. Just stay right there. We'll do this for about 45 seconds to a minute. Ribs expand. Maybe you feel your low back, the diaphragmatic cylinder kind of expand when you inhale, and then exhale naturally. A few more seconds here. All right, fantastic. Now go ahead and turn around, come onto all fours. Bird dog, it's a classic. We'll do about 10 each side. Here's the setup. You want your fingers spread wide. Good even weight distribution across your hand, the palm of your hand. Shoulder right over your elbow, hips over your knees. And now opposite arm and leg. Just looking down, your neck is neutral. One side then the other. Now this is not only a warm-up, but it's also, if you need a day, it's a little bit more chill. You need to back off a little bit. Maybe you've been working hard, working out all week. This is also something that can help you. You still get some movement going. And you hit the whole body through these series of movements. But it's not so taxing that you're doing too much. Because recovery, as we'll talk about throughout this program, we are going to push ourselves, but recovery is very, very important. One more on each side, please. All right, that's fantastic. Now, middle back. Our middle back gets bound up. Our thoracic spine gets bound up just through activities of daily living, perhaps the way you train. But we're going to start unbinding that and giving you better thoracic mobility, and it's going to help your posture too. So, feet together, knees apart, bring your forearms to the floor. So just kind of like this. You don't want to be like this. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be here. Just kind of right in the middle. You'll find that spot as long as that's okay on your knees. Feet can be up or down. It's up to you on your toes or on the top of your feet. Push your hips back a little bit more. See how my back's kind of flat? And now, rotate around the ribs. One side, then the other. We'll do about 10 each way. Take your time. This is one version of this. There are others. Maybe another version in which you have, your fingertips on the base of your head, the base of your skull. But this is, it's mobility. It's movement around your middle back. Very, very important. And you don't have to go any certain distance. So think about rotating around the ribs, kind of this part of your body. That's where the mid-spine is. And if your back starts to hurt or whatever, just, kind of make sure bracing here so your back is nice and flat, one side then the other. Just a couple more of these. You're going to do about 10 each way. You're just getting warmed up here. All right, beautiful. Our next thing, come to your knees. As long as your knees are okay with this, I'll show you a standing version as well, because we will move to standing for our last little thing, but just a hip mobility move. You can be on the top of your feet, maybe right here, hands right here, and just up and down. Looks pretty simple, right? Now there's another version of this called a Nordic squat, which is a little bit different. So this is just working on knee mobility, ankle mobility, hip mobility. Just like 10 of these. Your hands can be out front to help counterbalance you in this move. And your upper body stays pretty vertical, although that is not the goal here. So sitting your hips down, arms come down when you come up. Nice. How about one more? All right, you can stay on your knees for this one or come to standing. This last one, a little thoracic stability for this one's going to activate that muscles. Also, actually, a little core, but your arms are out. It's also a good shoulder warm up. Arms out, palms down. Make sort of a golfer's grip. So bend the fingers, kind of looks like that. Your thumbs out to the side. Arms a little below your shoulders and small arm circles now going forward. So you want this movement to happen around the shoulder itself. So none of this, none of this. Keep the shoulders pretty level. Here's a side view for you. 30 seconds like this, and then we'll turn our hands upward, palms facing upward, and go the other direction, okay? Feet planted right under your hips. Now turn the palms up. Now going backward, equally quick. So it's small, quick moves. It's well controlled. And again, keeping your torso pretty still. You're not shaking back and forth. Good quick moves just like this. Now, as a warm-up, you're going to go through this once. Just kind of as we've just done here, just kind of getting the whole body warmed up and ready for your workout. But if you're using this as a recovery day, okay, relax your arms. If you're using this as a recovery day, hey, feel free to do it 2 or 3 times. So it's like a nice regenerative workout. So this is part 1. This is get ready. Now let's go on to the workouts.